Hey, everybody. I'm messing up already. Welcome to Juicy Talk. The lovely host, Juicy.
Welcome.
And her co-host, Juice of Hardy Entertainment.
Hi, Juice.
Hey, what's up? We have another great conversation tonight. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Woo! It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. Oh. There we go.
It's gonna be an exciting show.
I know, right? I know. I might lose some friends.
might lose my co-host.
What you talking about, Willis?
So we have a very, very, very good show today. Ooh. But before we get into that, thank you. You know, I was trying to tap into my New Orleans,
Okay.
You know, like the horns. Yes, thank you. Trying to do a little something. I'm glad that you loved it. So if you have not had the opportunity to book the Juicy Talk Cruise,
there it is.
There it is. Woo, there it is. So we're gonna have an amazing show from Juicy Talk, but we're gonna have an amazing trip. So Juicy Talk Travels, they got me over here laughing,
I know,
y'all.
right?
We was being silly behind the scenes, but we have an amazing trip planned. August 14th through the 17th, we're celebrating Juice. We're celebrating his birthday. And it's going to be a whole party, y'all. Definitely don't miss out. We're having an early bird raffle. So for everyone who pays their deposit by January 31st, we're going to give away, their name will be entered into a raffle, and you're going to win a beautiful and a lovely prize. So I hope that you are a part of it. Yes.
Book now, just like it said.
Book now. 216-352-1177. Your Elite Cruise Advisor, Michelle, and group name, Juicy Talk and Hardy Entertainment. So please book with us. Yes. All right. Now, they excited about this one.
I see, right?
Ooh, we already got the numbers. It's moving.
I know, right?
We about to fall out. It's already about to be a thing, y'all. Bedazzle, y'all ready? We all lined up good now.
Yeah, we good.
So,
you good? Okay.
Let's go. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Hello, everyone. If we haven't, where y'all at? Who in there? Who's here today? Let's see. Who we got? Say hi to your girl, Michelle, and Juice, and Julius, and me, Juicy. Say what's up. Post them comments. Let me see who's here.
Who we got?
Yes. Who's here with us today? So, we're going to get straight into who's here with us today. I want to see who's here.
We got.
Yeah. Hi. We got LBE in here. Okay. Hello. There we go. All right. So we thank you. Hey. We got Val. Hey, Val. Thank you for tuning in. So we got some of our favorite people. Juju on that beat. Ooh, what's up? What's up, fam? So we are.
Juju has something to say.
Ari, my baby. Hey. So we got some. Hey, Mickey is in the building. So this is going to be a real crazy conversation, y'all.
Woo.
Hey, what's up, Chaz?
From Atlanta.
Chaz from the Atlanta.
ATL is in the building.
Atlanta right now.
I know, right? Florida snowing.
Right.
Snowing everywhere.
Man, New Orleans, they acting a fool out there in that snow.
We got a new president, right? We got.
Do we have to talk about that? What's up, Asante?
What's up, my man?
I'm just going to ignore it for the next 4 years.
I know, right? Y'all ready?
Yes.
Are you ready for another 4 years?
So here we go. 50-50.
I say yes. Right?
What you say about 50-50?
I say no.
You 450. Are you 450?
Yeah.
You 450 relationships.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Don't look at me like that.
Y'all know I ain't for that shit.
I see how you looking. I said.
Asante L say definitely.
I told you. I told you.
So we're going to get into this subject because this is going to be a real spicy one, y'all, because we just going to get straight to the clip. We're going to go to our first clip because I'm going to just let y'all listen. And this is my take on it. This is my, and before we play the clip though, I just want to say that I could not find not one video of anybody for a 50-50 relationship.
That doesn't mean it doesn't exist though.
Just sit on that.
Just because you define
it. What's up, Chef?
I mean, it doesn't exist.
I couldn't find not one video.
It's under a rock.
That was literally under a rock where people were for 50-50 relationships. So I'm going to get straight to this clip because this is where this conversation is going and where it came from. So I want y'all to listen to this clip and we going to go from there.
Okay, here we go.
The problem with dating today is that the 50-50 men keep signing up for the patriarchy package. You don't get the benefits of the patriarchy package, you're going 50-50. So let's break down the difference between the patriarchy package and the partnership package, because that's the one you should be signing up for, and y'all keep missing that. So the patriarchy package is the one you're the most familiar with, okay? And before you get your dirty thumbs in my comments talking about your grandmother, she didn't want to sign up for the patriarchy package. She had to, so let it go. She didn't want to be there, and now we don't either. Because the patriarchy package wasn't designed for partnership. It was designed because men were seen as superior to women. So the whole idea that we was your rib and all of that really just meant that we were an extension of you. And so because of that, we weren't able to actually have bank accounts. We couldn't go to college. We couldn't own property. We couldn't do nothing without a man signing off on it. And God forbid you have a kid out of wedlock. Oh my God, you're a harlot. Like, you will literally get beaten in the street. Like, not even playing. You'll get hung. You'll be considered a witch. And so that's how all of this kind of started. And things have changed. Now, not as fast as I would have liked them, because you can still beat your wife until 1920, and you can still technically rape her until 1993, but we working on it. But we need you all to catch up, okay? Because now that we can equally contribute, we really don't mind doing that. But I'm not about to do that and then still go 100% in everything else, because this is the partnership package, okay? So think of your relationship life like a company, okay? And we have different options of companies that we would want to work for, wouldn't mind, okay? But they don't offer the partnership package. Or they think they offer the partnership package, but they're really a bum. Or they want control and still are only doing 50%. And so we don't want to work there anymore because we're tired. We quit. Actually, 70% of us quit. And over 50% don't go back, okay? So if you want to improve your company, then you need to start offering the partnership package. And that's going to start with one, going to counseling and healing. Forgive your mother. We didn't do it, okay? And we're also not her, so we're not going to perform those duties, okay? Because we want to love you, okay? But we need you to love yourself so then you can love us, and then we can be in partnership, because unfortunately they lied to you. You're not superior to us.
Problem.
You know what?
We are not, listen, women are not more superior than men. Men are not more superior than women. That is not what this is. But let's get to it. What is 50-50? Let's talk about what is 50-50. 50-50 is a relationship where everything is split down the middle. You pay 50% of the bills, she pay 50% of the bills, right? But in a lot of these 50-50 relationships, the relationship, he has the male responsibility and duties, and then she has the female responsibility and duties. And basically, I think a lot of people got with 50-50, they got it misconstrued on what it really is. They have like this ideology that 50-50 means that we're going to have a 50-50 relationship, right? We're going to split everything down the middle, but yet and still, I'm going to still carry all these responsibilities, which is not 50-50, right?
Okay.
So I agree with you. So that's what 50-50 is. So you said that you agree with 50-50.
I do.
What does a 50-50 relationship look like to you?
50-50 looks like to me. Well, now we gotta look at now. There's a couple scenarios we have to look at. Now we have to look at. I'm gonna go with the scenario where everyone's equal, far as equal pay, because you can look at a scenario where a woman makes more than a man, and he makes less than her. So we'll just say we're equal value. So what I look at 50-50 is like the man takes care of the household, like the mortgage, insurance, takes care of the wife's insurance, uh, things outside the house, cars, making sure the car's repaired. She don't have to worry about that. And the woman role would be making sure the child's dressed for school, buy the groceries for the kids. We'll share the duties of going to the PTA meetings. If he has a sport, if your son plays a sport, we both attending those activities, showing family support. What else? I think also I feel like it should be a couple accounts when it comes to when you're with a significant other. Like it should be a group account where all the money goes, and then I should have my own account, and she should have her own account. So she can have some play money, and but I think also when we spend money, we should have a meeting at the table. Like if you want to make a big major purchase, I think it needs to be discussed. I think that's fair. You can't be coming in here and if I want a motorcycle, it's not like I'm getting permission, but I think you should be talked about. Hey, Michelle, I'm thinking about buying a motorcycle. How do you feel about that? And then we'll sit down at the table and say, hey, can we actually afford you to have a motorcycle? And I say, you know what? I've been saving up this money in my account, and you have saved money in your account. You should be able to do what you want to do with your money, and that's where the 50-50 comes in at. And let me
What
go
was
back
that
to
last comment?
let me go back to that lady now about I think she has some mommy daddy issues with she was talking. And it's always to me, it's always somebody single, always jipping and jabbing. You know she was single. You said, well, she's a doctor, and I don't care about all that. That titles means nothing to me. But I bet you she probably don't have nobody. I bet you.
Oh, I got so many. Did I do good?
I think so.
Did I do good in waiting for you to finish?
Yeah.
Did I do a good job? Did I do a good job?
It's the first time.
I did good, didn't I? Ooh, it takes so much for me to hold this in, okay? So I agree with you, Delta Roots. There is no such thing as a 50-50 relationship.
Come on.
And
man. Come on, man.
To me, seriously, there's no
I'm
such
serious.
thing as a 50-50 relationship, in my opinion, because I feel like when you're in a relationship with somebody, you should bring 100% of yourself, your finances, everything into that relationship, and the other person should bring 100% of themselves.
Okay.
And I would have to agree with Delta Roots in the sense that you didn't really describe a 50-50 relationship. I think that the problem that comes in is like what she said. It's not so much of 50-50, but it's like a system where it's the man rules over the woman. And that's the dynamic that is a system where I'm the traditional thing. I'm not saying you, but I'm saying like a lot of guys talk about this traditional role. The man's supposed to lead. It's the man first and everything, and she's supposed to follow. And that's not a problem. What about being a partnership? So you can't like she said, grandma signed up for because she didn't have a choice. She signed up for a situation where the man was basically taking care of everything and she was under his control, under his rule. This was the situation. If you were a woman back in the day, you couldn't even have a bank account. So that was the situation back in the day, but it's not like that anymore. It's not realistic for us anymore. That's not a realistic thing. I think that where the problem comes in and why we have so many frustrations when it comes to women is that a lot of men want us to help pay half of the responsibility in the household. And that's being that provider, right? He wants us to share. A man's job, right, is to provide. Am I correct? Do we agree? In the chat, you agree? It's a man's job to provide.
I'm not denying that.
A man's job is to provide. But because of the way that financial situations are set up now and how expensive it is to live now, right? It takes a 2-income household. Am I correct?
Okay.
And for the most part, men were getting burnt out working from sun up to sundown. Women are now working. They're able to make money. And, we're all financially, we're both providing now.
Okay.
Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So providing and both people working does not seem to be the issue when it comes to relationships. It's the responsibilities. So I'm gonna just say this. I was married before. Everybody knows this. It's not a, it's some common knowledge, right? I was married before, and in my marriage, we both worked. I worked a lot of overtime because my job offered it. He worked overtime too. So we both, I'm going to say, was putting in about 56, between 52 and 56 hours a week. But my responsibility, or what he felt where the disconnect came in, is I'll just walk you through a typical day. I will go to work. We both will wake up in the morning. He would take the smallest 2 children to the daycare. I would take the oldest child to, school with me. I would drop him off at school. We would go our separate ways. We both work. We both come home he would get home he left out earlier than me, so about 7. So he would get home about 4:30. I would get home about 5:30, 6 o'clock. When I would come home at 5:30, 6 o'clock, he would have already had time to unwind and relax because he got home around 4:30. He didn't pick up the kids till about 5:30. So he would already had the opportunity to unwind. Soon as I'm coming through the door, right? Whatever.
Okay, I'm scared.
Soon as I would come through the door, right? Yeah. I would be cooking because I cooked every single day. Every single day. Okay. I'll come through the door. I'm cooking. Before I even take my shoes off, I'm cooking. Now, after I'm cooking, he's watching Sports Center. Okay. I'm cooking. The kids is like, mommy, I want to tell you about my day. So I'm cooking. I'm talking to the kids. We doing homework. We doing all of that. I bring him his plate because I believe that a woman is supposed to serve her man. So I bring him his plate, right? Mm-hmm. After I bring him his plate, he still watches Sports Center. I finished doing homework. Now it's time to take the girls to dance class. I was a dance mom. So both my girls, I'm taking them to dance class. I'm taking my kids to dance class. As I'm taking them to dance class, he still watches Sports Center. I'm like, come on, y'all, put on your leotards. Let's go. Take them. We come back home. I'm giving baths. I'm getting clothes together. I'm changing a load of clothes, right? And now I done put the kids to bed. They done finished up their homework, right?
Okay.
You don't see a problem. Okay.
I see a problem.
Okay.
I see a problem.
Okay. I'm putting the kids to sleep, right? Now I go take my shower. I done got out the shower. Right? Mm-hmm. It's 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock. I'm tired. I lay down in the bed.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I just knew that was coming.
That wasn't the problem.
Oh.
That wasn't even the problem.
Okay.
The problem is that now you want me to do stunts and tricks. And hey, we grown, right? I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm tired. And figure you doing this 365 days a year. On the weekend, listen, on the weekends,
I'm not having that.
On the weekends, I cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because we was you know, we had small kids, so we was in the house a lot. So that was my typical day. And I think that's the day of a lot of women nowadays, you know? And so it's like, I cut the grass I cut the grass twice a week, twice a month. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? And I'm the man, I'm the provider, do as I say. But I've been running this house for I don't know how long. I'm tired. Not to mention, I'm cleaning the kitchen up. I'm doing all this different stuff. Our sons is cutting the grass. I mean, if we're being for real, you might help. But that was a lot of responsibility. I was a single mom, like she said, in a marriage. And for any woman, that is overwhelming. That's overwhelming. It's like you got so many responsibilities and not enough help. And it was too much. And over time, right. That's how I felt. Just lay down, Juicy. That's how I felt. But that was really my life for years. And it was really overwhelming. And so I'm just saying, a lot of times that's where the disconnect come in. It's like my hours had changed at work, and I promise y'all I'm not venting.
Sounds like to me.
We had a.
How about y'all?
We had a.
Put it in the chat. Do you feel like she?
Shut the fuck up.
Put it in the
Shut
chat.
up. I swear, like we are the best. We are cool now. We're like the best of friends, right? But this was my reality, and it was overwhelming, and that's where the disconnect comes in. A lot of relationships when you want me to help you provide, but he was so set in his ways, and I will give him this. I started off doing it. I started off, you know, just because I'm an overachiever by nature, I started it. I started cooking and cleaning. I did I put all of that responsibility on myself, thinking that, you know, like, hey, somebody will step in and be like, baby, I see you, all the hard work you do. Let me take some of this responsibility away from you. But it never happened. And so sometimes that was not partnership.
Oh,
and so a lot of times that's how it is. Go ahead. I know you want to.
I know.
Go ahead. But I'm just telling you, that's where a lot of the disconnect comes in for women. Like we be overwhelmed because that's how our lives are looking. And it's not fair. And so when you say 50% or 50-50, don't expect me to help you do your job, but you can't help me do mine. What I mean is, if I'm cooking, you can wash the dishes. You know what I'm saying? If I'm working hard over here, I need you to come help work just as hard. You could do the homework, and you could put them you don't have to turn off Sports Center, you know? It has to be a passion to cook for your family and do chores. You want to cook, clean, take care of kids. That's a mom and a wife job. Absolutely, it's a mom and a wife job. It may be, but guess what? Recognize when that woman is putting all her effort because she has the desire to do it, doesn't mean that she can do it all. Men say this all the time. You giving of yourself. You're taking care of your family. You're providing. You have the world on your shoulders, and you want to come home to a peaceful, loving home. I understand that. I understand the need of that. You just want to fuck. What is it? They want to fuck, eat, and have peace and legacy, right? That's what guys want for the most part. I understand that. But guess what? She got to have that too. I literally just told myself today, as I am a mother of boys, that I want them to know how to cook and clean so they can be a helper, a helpmate to their spouse, not another child. Absolutely. And people don't realize that. Now, that is a real thing.
I mean, I get it, but I mean,
how about don't work at all? Now, see, let me just say this. When I was on maternity leave, right? When I was on maternity leave, he was holding everything down and paying the bills, and I was at home, you know, with the babies, right? And let me just tell you how his life looked with me being a stay-at-home mom. When he walked through the door at 5 o'clock, the kids already ate. They had already been fed. They wasn't going to daycare, so they was home. I had already played with him all day. The older kid, I had already talked to him. We had already communicated about his day. He came home. All he had to do was eat, watch Sports Center, and chill.
Mm.
Because guess what? I had took all of that away because I wanted him to come home and be at peace. And he said to me, I wish I could keep you at home all the time, full time. I wish I could. Yeah, that's necessary. That's necessary. That's a must. Because y'all know I don't have my nails not done. Yeah, but it's like, I mean, I didn't get a lot of treatment. I mean, we had small kids and a lot of bills at that time. I mean, it probably would have got easier as we got older. They got older, but it wasn't. See, and he wanted me to stay at home at one particular time. He did. After he realized like how amazing it was for me to be a stay-at-home mom, but it just wasn't financial.
Here we go. I have
We
no
don't know
idea.
what happened. Somebody, now I pay my bills. Look, I don't know what
Maybe you should do
happened.
it for my house
You know
next
what? Whatever. Y'all know what?
I pay the
think
bills at
that
my house.
whatever. See what happens when you a single parent? No, I'm just kidding. No, I think that it's winter time, y'all. It's snowy out here. The weather is a trip. So I think our internet went out,
For a
but
minute.
for a minute, but we back. Breathe, everybody will stop.
Whew.
No, we not. We up.
We up. You not up?
We waiting for the producer. Hold up. Yeah.
Where's your picture at?
Yeah. I think you coming to the stage. Are you back?
No, I mean I am. You're not there.
We can see ourselves.
Okay.
You see me too.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Can y'all see us? Are we there? If you can see us, let us know. Hello. Y'all good. Okay.
Okay.
We good. All right. They say we good in the chat.
All right. Sorry about
All
that.
right. Sorry about that, y'all. See what happened? 50-50. You ain't pay your portion of it.
You didn't get
No.
it? You spent it. I gave
I
it.
had to get my nails done.
Right.
No, just kidding. No, but where was I? I'm just saying. I was in a role. Now I lost my train of thought.
Well,
But yeah.
you felt like you weren't in a partnership with your husband.
No, I wasn't. If I cook, you do the dishes. If you mowing the grass, I'm doing the trimming. If you cooking on the grill, I'm prepping the food. That's cool. I agree with you. It's
Me too.
and it's not
I agree with
it's
that.
not gonna always be fair, right? It's not gonna always look 100%. I feel like most household responsibilities fall on women by default because we are multitaskers and get the job done.
A man get the work done too. We multitask too. I don't believe that. Nah. we multitask too. So if something go wrong with your car, what's it say?
And look, that's the whole, that is a, keep Jeff coming up for
Oh,
me.
you'll keep Jeff.
No, this is why. Because this is part of the frustration. Like a lot of times men will say, I take care of the outside of the house. But if you got teenagers, they doing that, especially if you got teenage boys, they doing that. But if you see your wife around there,
Not right off though. I mean,
maybe not. I'm talking about, but I said if you got teenagers, a lot of that responsibility, and that responsibility is not constant. You just have to help. If you see your partner struggling, if you know she coming home every single day and she tired and she got all this responsibility and she holding it down for you in other areas, don't just assume. And I think a lot of times we get so comfortable and complacent. Not just men, women too, because we got areas that we become complacent in too. Like I got them already. I ain't got to look cute. I ain't got to do my hair. I ain't got to, like men want to have something nice to look at too. So it's areas that we get complacent too. We gain a whole lot of weight. We ain't as sexy no more. We ain't putting on we ain't doing all the things we used to do. We not fun and happy and cool no more. It's like all of those things happen too. So women get complacent as well. But I think that a lot of times we just got to be more mindful of one another and make sure that we are giving our whole 100% to each other. And that's where the disconnect comes,
Mm-hmm. I mean, the only thing I have to say to that, I can look at it from as growing up in a man and a woman household.
Traditional.
Yeah, traditional. Where my father was the head of the house, and I saw him get up and go to work, put on his tie, and I think my mom's working I think she worked part time or something like that, but she might have worked full time too. But my father was just the type of man that he just knew that his role as a man of the household was to provide, and my father, obviously, I don't say obviously, but my father made much more than my mother, and I never see them argue over, he's not doing his manly duties or he's not doing that. My father, great provider. Even though he worked 5 days a week, he was cutting the grass, shoveling the driveway. When I got old enough, I was out there shoveling the grass, cutting the grass with him, he was showing me how to be a man and how to be that male provider for, as I got older, to be a great husband. So I didn't have any younger siblings. I had my aunt. She was a little bit older than me, but we didn't really want for anything. We didn't need anything, and we just. But I was just saying that for our traditional, what I saw in my life.
And I grew up in a traditional home as well. I grew up in a very traditional home. My mom did not work. I had to stay at home. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My father was, the only one working in the home for years until we got to high school age. And then my mom went and got a job and, stuff like that. And she didn't spend her money on anything but buying us clothes and extracurricular activities for us. Like we took vacations and went to different, like circuses and all the kind of stuff. That's what she did. So I think that that's why I didn't understand the dynamic and how overwhelming it could be. So me going to work every day, I didn't consider that. I felt like being a wife consisted of cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids and but I realize now that is overwhelming and you do need help. But I didn't grow up I grew up seeing my mom do what I was doing in a marriage, but my mom didn't have to work. That was the difference,
Right.
So I think that traditional can work. Like I don't think that if you have a partner that is loving and affectionate and caring towards you, because I do feel like a man's job is to maintain, provide, and what's the other one I said, producer? Maintain, provide, and protect.
Oh, protect.
And yes, and a woman's job, that too. And a woman's job is to nurture, create, and produce, And so we create a wonderful home. We nurture our family,
But
we produce offspring, you know, and I just feel like if as a woman, right, if you're providing, right, a man is providing and his job is to provide. And if you're a woman and you're also helping him do his job of providing, right?
right.
Then you may sometimes need him to help you do your job,
Absolutely.
you know, and that means, you know,
Washing
taking care of
dishes.
nurturing, being nurturing to the kids, helping him to make sure that you maintain the function of the home,
The
you know,
dynamic,
make sure
yeah.
that you're the dynamic, to
Mhm.
set the tone. I always say the man sets the tone for the home,
I
you
agree.
know, because if you got a good mate and a good spouse who's peaceful and loving and caring and nurturing, then your home will be that for you as well. I don't know who Greg is. To say hi.
That's her husband.
Oh, hi, this is Greg. Are you saying that there is a set formula that you can develop for this kind of a relationship, or can you subscribe that both men and women can agree to? Or can you subscribe that both men and women can agree to? And by the way, this is Greg's wife. His hand is spraying before I am typing for him. Is this 50-50? I feel like whenever so me personally, right? And I don't know if I'm answering this question properly, but to me, there's no such thing as a 50-50 relationship because nothing can be equal all the time when you're in a relationship. Some people are going to have to give more than others because your time. But I feel like starting off, you should bring 100% to your relationship. He should bring 100% of who he is and everything he has to give. She should do the same. And sometimes, guess what? I might not be able to give
Right.
100%. Sometimes I might have to be able. I might not be in a position. I might need you to give 70, and I might only be able to give 30, or vice versa. But we got to be able to do that.
But I mean, if we both give it 100%, one of us is going to get burnt out.
No, we ain't.
I think
How?
so.
If we both showing up equally, I'm giving my all, you giving your all, we gonna balance each other. Think about it. It's gonna balance out because we're both bringing everything we have to the table. So there's no dissatisfaction because we're always flowing together. It's like a figure eight, infinity. I grew up traditional, but both made good incomes. He fixed things. That was his gift. He would build a patio, change oil on car, remodel bathroom. My mom cooked, did our homework, clean house. Our house was well kept. So single mothers have the burden of doing everything by themselves, especially if dad not involved. How does that play a role in the mindset? In the children in the future.
That's
a whole nother show,
right,
but
exactly.
It's so
that's not 50-50. If the man is not longer in the house,
we're talking about a relationship where the man
yeah.
is actually in the home,
right.
or even if they're not married, they're actually working together. Yeah, it is a lot of careers that are not paying a lot, right? With that being said, I'm gonna play this one clip. I want to play another clip for y'all. Let me make sure because it's kind of out of order, but it goes with what we said. If you could play clip 3. All right. Clip 3 coming up.
Experience.
So are we doing 50-50?
No, sir.
men?
Let me handle this real quick because I got real experience with this. So all right, so I'm 31, my lady 30. We've been married for 1 year, right? Yeah, I'm the guy that spent $115,000 on the wedding. That's me.
The dumbest thing you should.
But let me go back real quick. I'm gonna make it fast. We started off 18, 19. Of course, at that time we young. Everything 50-50, right? Everything 50-50. Once I decided that I wanted to start my entrepreneur journey when I was like 24, 25, guess what? It went more like 70-30 and she was 70. But just because a man, he may be at 30 and she's 70 don't mean I ain't had that vision. See, more women would feel comfortable supporting if they had a man with a real vision. Just because I was at 30 didn't mean I wasn't a leader. And she respected me still. You see what I'm saying? So as we go along, I started my entrepreneur journey. Guess what? She took a job an hour and a half away, right? I said, baby, listen, handle your business. I got this right here. I'm coming to get you, right? About a year later, I got us a house. I came and got her for a government job. I got her some benefits. And then it turned around. Now I'm 70 and she 30. The time we got married, we 100 to nothing now. I got it because you was there, you stayed down, you believed in me, and now we're 100 to nothing because she was supportive of what I was doing. And she still respected me as a man. She didn't downgrade me when I wasn't, doing my thing. And that's the problem with a lot of women today. Just because a man may not be up on his feet financially, they seem to down the man, but they don't understand the man with vision though. Nobody got patience no more.
Church. That's all I got to say. Church. Listen, I completely agree with that brother, and that has everything that has to do with that financial component. When you have a person that is in your corner, that is partnering with
Absolutely.
you,
I
that
agree with
is
that.
rocking with you no matter what, y'all can't fail.
Mhm.
You cannot fail. Like, that's what I mean when I say that it's not going to always be equal. Somebody's going to have to give 70 sometimes. Your partner gets sick. Somebody has to leave their job. She got to have a baby.
That's
But
understandable.
everybody don't have that understanding or that type of loyalty. That is something that can't
Then you
be
shouldn't
taught.
be married. You shouldn't be married.
And it's
If you're not
it's something that
if you're
can't
not-
be taught.
it-
It's people who just don't have that to give.
Well, like you said at the end, she held him down, and when he got where he was, he's like, "I got you." So that's how it is.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
But y'all know, some people don't have that. Yeah, so sometimes you have to work or So sometimes you have to work or have multiple incomes in order to pay all the bills. I agree with that.
That would be me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I agree. What was the other one?
Men love providing. Women feel more entitled and privileged. I don't know if it's. I think that we provide different things because I feel like as a woman, when I was married, I love providing for my husband, cooking for my family, taking care of
Because
my
you're a
kids.
natural nurturer, though.
I am.
You're a natural nurturer.
Thank you.
That's
And
where
I
that comes
do.
from.
I do. I love doing that and giving that to
I
my
see
family.
how you do here. You do that with your kids. I
And
see
so
that now.
it comes naturally, but that doesn't mean that I'm overwhelmed or that it's okay to not appreciate when a person is giving their all, that sometimes they may need a break or just some
Right, I agree.
assistance, help, or just thank you so much. I don't know if that's true.
I think I think
It just depends on a man with vision. Because you know what? When I first met my husband, he did not make as much money as me. I'm just being real. I made more money than him. But guess what? He was like, babe, I want to really apply for this job. And, I don't know, if I'm gonna have to take a risk because I'm gonna have to leave my old job and go to a new job and go through probation.
that's
And
the
if it
ups and downs of
and if it
relationships.
don't work out,
That's ups and
I don't know
downs.
what'll happen. I was like, go for it, huh? I'm gonna help you do your resume. So it's set up real nice. I'm gonna encourage you to do that. Go do that. Go make that happen. I got you. And it good, bad, or indifferent. We just had this conversation this weekend. Backstory: my partner and I are coming up on 1 year of engagement. And the
Congratulations.
wedding planning has to start. We have no minor children. Yeah. So, yeah, I just feel like, I had no problem supporting him in that, holding things down. When I first met my husband, I'm telling all our business, but y'all know who my ex-husband is, but he hadn't really had a lot of credit. I had established credit over years. I had been in my job. I've been in my job forever, y'all. But I had been there for a long time, and I was already starting out at an advantage. I had a family dynamic that started me out with an advantage, right? So I had already built credit and stuff like that. Everything was in my name. I showed him how to, hey, we're gonna go get a checking account here. This how you gonna build your credit. Somebody showed me, so I showed him. It was just it was our dynamic, and it was okay. And I think most women don't mind giving that to a man that has vision. He had vision though. He had vision. I knew I could count on him in a clutch. I knew that he would have my back. Like if I was sick or something happened to me, the worst possible times of my life that I could experience or think to experience that may happen, I knew that, or I felt at that time that he wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? So that makes the difference. And I like I said, I don't have nothing bad to say about him. He was a great guy. We just didn't work out, you know. But I think that's that dynamic that people don't mind. If you got a man that got a vision, even if he's not making money right now, he gonna get to the bag. And if you got a good woman, she gonna ensure that you get there. You know what I'm saying? Because she gonna support you through all of that. And she's gonna help you because that's what we do. Whatever you give a woman, she's gonna multiply it. We are producers.
Right.
So if you give a woman a sperm, she gonna make a baby. If you get her give her a house, she gonna make a home. If you give her a good man, she gonna make him a great man because she gonna be behind him and support him.
And it worked both ways.
And it worked both
ways.
It worked both
ways.
It does. Like, and
I mean,
because what women need, we need love. See, we need our men
y'all
to
need
love
more than
us.
that. Y'all need support.
We do.
You need that. You need a break. You know, you can't carry everything on your back. That's where a man is supposed to. You know,
I don't agree with that, Donald. Vision takes time. Absolutely not. If you a visionary, you have vision. Period.
I just think that, not to cut you off, I just think like there's conversation that needs to be had when you even if you just even if you're not even married, someone that you're considering, someone that you're considering to marry, you need to have a conversation.
Mhm.
I mean, you need to talk about their credit, how they grew up, what is their vision 5 years from now? Do they want kids? You need to get with somebody. I want to say like maybe opposite of you, because if you get with someone that kind of like you, like somebody that like to eat, so 9 or 10 times you're both gonna be fat. If you got somebody that like to spend money, y'all be broke. So you got to find that yin and the yang in a relationship. You cannot find somebody just like you. It's gonna be a problem. And back to what you were saying about visionary, you got to share your vision with your person that you're with. Hey, you know what? This is what I want to do. I need to know that you're on rock with me because I see it. Like me, for example, I have a vision. I mean, I've always had a vision, but now that I'm single and I don't have anybody, I'm the backup. I don't have no backup. I am the backup. So I'm about to get. Hey, I'm not really a same person, but I'm trying to get the bag just like everybody else. You know,
Hey.
I want the bag. I want a nice wife. I want to eventually one day get married again. I'm too late to have kids, but I need to find somebody.
Depending on your partner,
Right. Well,
you get you depending on your partner because
Right.
you know,
but
men can always have kids.
yeah, but I ain't trying to have no kids this late in the game. I just want to share my life with a beautiful person, take some trips.
I know
You
that's
know,
right.
and, my vision is grow my business as big as I can and leave money for people to spend it because I can't take it with me. You know, at the end of the day.
Spend as much as you can before you go.
I know, right?
Enjoying the beautiful things in
Enjoy your
life.
labor, right? Enjoy your labor of your work.
Yeah. So I definitely feel like because they're going off in the chat about vision, right? And I feel like you cannot, a person who does not have a vision is not ready to be married and have a wife.
I agree.
So yes, vision may take time, but that's you're creating your vision before you get a wife and before you get a family, right? Because you cannot expect a woman to follow somebody that does not have a vision for her to follow. It is foolish to follow someone who doesn't have a plan for your life. Men want to lead. It's in a man's nature to lead. Well, you have to lead me somewhere because I'm not gonna let you lead me into the abyss. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
unknown. That's foolish.
But that's why you had to have that conversation.
Yeah, I'm just responding to the people in the chat.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who's
I'm
saying
sorry.
like, about vision. And when you don't have a vision, you're not ready to be in a relationship, because men have vision and they know where they want to go. They know direction, even if they haven't got there yet. It say when a man fails, a lot of women walk away. That happens sometimes, but we all fail. Women don't leave from where they feel safe. Vision does have a process. But if we being real, that's when you have a vision and you're creating your vision, that is not the time to be married. Like, for a man, you have to have a vision already and know, even if you're not there yet, you have to have a vision first, because you're a leader. So you have to have someone that you can lead. And if you don't know where you're going, you're going to make a lot of crazy mistakes and do a lot of different things before you figure it out. You might come up with a vision and realize that you can't have a woman with kids in your vision. So you have to have your vision first. And yes, women, we do not leave where we feel safe. We feel safe. Women need safety and security. And that's in every aspect: financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually. All of those things matter. How is that woman not qualified? Delta Roots, call in, because we can argue.
Man, he going back. I don't understand him, man. One minute,
women are not. He says she's not qualified to be a wife. Why is she not qualified to be a wife? The man is supposed to be the visionary.
I'm not agreeing with that.
And if she got to lead him, I mean, he has to lead her. That's what I meant to say. My bad. If he doesn't have a vision, then what happens is the women end up trying to create a vision, because we are creators. So we want to create something. We want to see your vision. It's like, this is my vision. I want this for my life. This is where I see us in the future. You know what a woman gonna do? She's gonna go into create mode. She's like, okay, I'm gonna help us get there, baby. We need to do this, baby. I'm gonna help you save this, baby. We gonna save this money. We gonna put this up. This is how we gonna get to. Oh, you was misunderstanding my point. Okay,
but let me just say
explain to me what you mean.
But like, about the vision thing, I don't know why it's such a hot topic, but the vision, sometimes everybody can't see your vision. Like, I can see it. Like, like, for example, nobody saw my vision as a DJ, but I saw it. And each year I've done more, and I have added to my vision. So it made me better as a DJ. So everybody can't see your vision. I mean, some people have a vision of owning entertainment center, but that's their vision. Right. But just because I don't see it, don't mean she don't see it or he don't see it. So it's just, you gotta talk. Just talk to your partner.
Vision. Let's talk about it, right? So everybody may not see your vision, right? Correct. But when you have a vision, that's where buy-in comes in, right? So I had a vision for a podcast. Everybody didn't see my vision. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody couldn't rock with me. Correct. But you saw the vision.
Yes.
So you've been rocking with me.
I'm gonna continue to rock with you.
Exactly, because we that's how we roll. Right. So I'm saying he was like, dang. So then I talked to you about my vision. Well, this is what I'm doing, and this is where I'm trying to go. And you was like, that's dope. I like that. Okay. I bought into your vision. And then and now we growing. This is how vision works. And that's how it works for a man and a woman. It's no different. It's like, once I believe in you, it's important for women to believe in the man that she is in a relationship with. She has to believe in him. If that woman buys into your vision, if she can rest and feel safe in the fact that you gonna protect, provide, be there for her, have her back like 50 stacks, and no matter what, you ain't going nowhere. And on top of that, as life gets better for her, because like that man said, at first she was paying 70 and I was paying 30, but now she don't pay nothing and I got it. That right there, a woman like, I'm following you to the ends of the earth, baby. Where we going?
Right.
And then she can lead you blindly after that because she trusts that wherever y'all go, you're going to make sure she's safe.
Well, he's
And
gonna
that's
do that.
all that matters to
A
a
true
woman.
man's going to make sure that's going to happen anyway. That's his role, to protect his wife.
A lot of men don't save money. Yeah, but you know what? Hair, nails, cars, clothes. Guess what? Most men like women that get their hair done and nails done, got nice cars and have nice clothes. Vice versa. Like, those are the things that you got to be able to see. This is my thing. I never asked for nothing from a man that I can't first provide for myself.
That's last week's show.
Yeah, everyone can see the vision, just like she didn't see the accidental kiss coming. Hey,
it's always one. It's always one. What's up, Omar, man? What's up, man?
Yeah, but
That was
like I'm
good, though.
saying, like you have to, you gotta buy
That was last
in
week's show.
to the vision.
Right.
You too. Nah,
I'm tired. What does it say? I'm tired of what?
no, it's like I'm tired of women saying I need a man with vision. That's hogwash. No, it's not. Then say I need a man to lead me. If you guess what? In order, they go hand in hand. In order for a man has to have vision, you have to take me. So a leader, all leaders have vision. If you don't have vision, I don't know what's going on with this. This is driving me crazy.
We're good.
Yeah. If you don't have vision, right, then how are you leading?
That goes back to that old saying: if you don't have a plan, you plan to fail.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, you got to have a
Preach.
plan,
Church.
and that needs to be talked to your significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband. That, hey, this is what I see. I'm good at what I do. I just need you to buy into what I'm doing.
Mhm. I'm just saying, vision is important. All leaders have vision. If you don't have a vision, you're not a leader. It's just the truth. Name anybody that's in a position of leadership that doesn't have a vision, who just was going willy-nilly and just became successful. Everybody had a vision. Even if everybody else think it's crazy, it's still a vision. And you just got to find the people that buy into that vision. This is Gregory. It's the support that's important. She may not know the vision, but she knows the man and she loves and believes in him. Absolutely. That's what I was describing when I said, hey, guess what? If a woman feels safe and secure with a man, and she knows that no matter what, he is going to make sure she is good. She is going to be with him, supporting him through whatever. She ain't going nowhere. There are some that don't have aspirations and drive in order to produce a vision. Very true. There are some that will say they support your vision, but then they discover that they're sprinters and not there for the marathon.
I like that. Yeah.
Facts on facts and facts.
Yes.
Somebody been
Spilling
reading Crucial Conversations.
Okay.
No, that's real talk.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Gotta be for the long haul.
You should have individual vision and you should have vision as a couple. Yes, I agree. Some fail to recognize their purpose and much rather ride on others' coattails.
Wow.
Absolutely. Put the number up. We about to start taking phone calls now. Yes.
You still got one more clip you want to show or no?
I do. I got a couple more clips that I want to show. But yeah, you got to write the vision and make it plain, baby. Yeah. I am agreement with that. If you want to call in, you got something to say, you on agree with me.
Yeah.
216-245-3380. Call in.
I just want to go back to what she said. That is, I think that is so true. You do have to write stuff down. You have to actually look at what I totally agree about writing stuff down. I do.
Write the vision and make it plain. Yeah. I'm the same way. I listen. I'm really, really about that life. I had this journal. I journal. Y'all know I'm always writing. My phone probably got like 400 notes in it. And I got notebooks everywhere where I journal in, right? And I found this journal that I had when I was like 20 years old. And I went back and I read through it. I was like, ooh. And I looked through my journal. Man, everything that I wanted, that I had wrote down that was in my vision to have in that journal. Do you know I accomplished every last one of those things on that journal?
Visual, yeah.
And it was like so refreshing to look back on that and see that every time. But you know what? That's, I think that's a whole nother gift when you can visualize something and you come back and you can, reach back out and see it. I brought my ex notebooks to write his plans out. Yes. Yeah. When you can see your vision, like I just remember that was like so overwhelming for me when I went back and found my journal that from 20 years old that my homegirl bought me a journal and I started writing down stuff in it. And I went back and found that journal and I was like, wow, every last one of those things. But everything that I have to say that I am blessed in the sense that everything that I've ever had in my mind to do, I've done it. And or I have start doing it. I got like a couple more things on my list,
But I just want to go back to what you was talking about earlier. But as far as men, sometimes we do have to jump out of our
Yes.
character to help each other. Sometimes you have to, like, round the kids up. We got to sit the kids down and watch TV while me and mom clean the kitchen up. We had talked about some stuff prior to the show about some of the roles, and we talked. Remember we had talked about that, and taking turns washing dishes, and not cooking every day. And but again, it's based on kids. Some of this we were talking about. We was talking about with 2 kids. Sometimes you can do some of the things like, babe, I got the kids. Go ahead, I'm gonna wash the kids up, get them ready for bed.
You go
The
take a
kids
bath
read.
and just relax.
Right. So I got the
I
kids.
got this
Unwind.
tonight.
Right. See, that's the kind of person I am. I'm about partnership. I'm
Yeah.
I'm about partnership, not sponsorship. That's me.
Ain't nothing wrong with partnership.
I don't like
You
sponsorship.
can get a whole lot further with
I
partnership.
don't like sponsorship. I ain't sponsoring nobody.
There's some men who like to be sponsors though. And they like to be sponsors because they only want to deal with a woman on a surface level. They want to be able to exchange and not really truly. I'm gonna give you what you want temporarily because it's like a new toy. I'm buying you for this moment in time, and thank you for your services. And when I get tired of you, I'll dismiss you and I'll go to the next woman. It's people that's like that as well.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know.
So I mean, I just feel like you got to find your person. I'm gonna always say that, find your tribe.
I know that's your key word.
That's my key word because I feel like
run that down in the middle.
Man, I need a T-shirt to say "Find Your Tribe." Because listen,
I agree with you.
Because I feel like a lot of times what happens is people be trying to be something that they not. Like if you know for sure that you don't really plan on doing right by nobody, you just want to do you, and you want to.
Unknown caller.
Okay, here we go. We got a caller.
Oh, here we go.
To accept, press.
Welcome to Juicy Talk. Please state your name, your age, and where you're calling from.
Hey.
Hey.
What's your name?
What's going on?
What's going on? Welcome to Juicy Talk. State your name, age, and where you calling from.
How y'all doing tonight?
Hello.
I'm back in the building.
Oh, what's up? This
who we speaking to?
Mr. Brooks?
Hello?
This Mr.
Yeah, I'm back in the building. What's up, my guy?
What's up, my man?
on?
Come on, man.
Nothing much.
All right, here we
Okay.
go. You
And
live.
how old are you,
Here
Mr.
we
Brooks?
go.
Mr. Brooks, how old are you? And where are you calling
38.
All right, here we go. Go ahead,
from?
Mr. Brooks.
38. And you calling from?
Calling from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, here we go.
East side.
East side, the best
Okay,
side.
East side till I die. All right. What's up?
So, okay. So, I agree with you 100% with the 100-100. The 100-100 is now should be the standard instead of everybody talking about 50-50. The 100-100 should be the standard.
Absolutely.
But where I feel a part of the disconnect too is that from personal experience and from dealing with from having conversations with a lot of men and having conversations with a lot of women want their own money. So then when they come into the relationships and the dynamic of them working and taking care of their household, which they've already been doing prior to the man coming into their life, now they're taking on the responsibility of a man, which then adds on to adds on to what they already have. So if you're a woman that has 3 jobs, for example, you go from 3 jobs to 5 jobs when a man is included, and then the pressure gets put on you now because now you have more responsibility. So when you get into this mode of 100%, if you're going to allow me to have my vision and believe in my vision, then you're going to have to relinquish some of them jobs that you have. Because the moment I walk into your life, I then add a job to you.
What is the responsibility of a man? Like, what is that you feel
But
that a
our
woman should be doing?
responsibility.
Like when
So
a man,
the moment the man comes into the relationship, I am supposed to provide a sense of protection, a sense of provision, a sense of stability.
Okay.
And realistically speaking, when I come into your life, I'm supposed to have a foundation already built.
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
That's what actually is supposed to
But
be.
what is the
Is
woman
I'm supposed to
supposed
already
to
have a
provide?
foundation built,
So
and now we're going to build on this foundation that I built.
okay. So I got a question.
Oh, we
Oh,
lost him.
I think we lost them. I don't know what happened.
All right.
Call back in.
No, we missed a couple calls too. So
Yeah, so Alinda, we're gonna finish this call with him and then we're gonna get you back in there. I don't know what happened, but we lost the call. Here you call it back.
To accept, press 1.
hello.
All right, Mr. Brooks, I don't know what happened, but we lost you. Go ahead.
Yeah, me neither. It just hung up randomly. But I believe a man is supposed to bring foundation.
No, I understand what you were saying. A man is supposed to bring, but you stated that
So
as soon as you stated as soon as a man comes into a woman's life, right? That she's getting an extra job. So I want to know. I want you to talk about what is that job that a man. What is the job that a woman is taking on? What is her task that she's taking on?
because now she's supposed to do. So y'all talked about it. So now a woman has to provide the sex, has to provide feeding that man, has to provide the peace, and has to provide the legacy. That's a job of his entirety in itself, just with that aspect. So then, so I'm bringing that. So when I come into your life, I'm adding that to what you have to do. So part of the reason why myself, I don't want a woman working strenuous hours, because the moment you're working strenuous hours, having to take care. Let's say if we're in a relationship with children, let's say if the dynamic of marriage, if we're in a relationship with children, having a household, and having the responsibilities of the bills and the necessary things that have to be done in our dynamic of a relationship.
Okay.
Now, all of those things, you already are fulfilling different type of jobs on each 4 of those, and then here I am with the 5th one, and now you have to provide 4 more tasks in the 5th job that you have. So when a woman is working as hard as a man to receive financial gain, that is a stress of the world that a lot of men, not most now. So now this generation of men, they built different. But a lot of men do not want the woman to have the stresses of the world and working. So we will go work 2 jobs. And unfortunately, the sacrifice that we have to have, that the sacrifice that a man has to make, especially a man that has vision and that wants his woman to be comfortable, is if I work a full-time job and a part-time job to maintain the house and everything like that, then that's my responsibility that's put on me in order to make sure the bills is paid.
It sounds
But
like to
what
me
has happened?
so I agree with you. I don't have a problem with anything that you just said. Everything that you said makes sense. But I think the only thing that I would say, and it's not even a but, I would just say the only thing that I would say is that, as a woman, I would be trying to figure out how can we make some money, make our money work for us instead of working for our money so that we can have more and work less. That's the only thing,
Cool. And see the thing, understanding that, right? But depending on what that man's vision is, because if he has a vision of being a plumber for the rest of his life, he's going to have to be in the field. There's no getting around it.
Oh, so now I would be thinking, so like I told you, a woman's job is to create, correct? So whatever you give a woman, she's going to multiply. So if this was my mate and he's going to be a plumber for the rest of his life, I'm going to be trying to encourage him to say, babe, I know you want to be I know you a plumber, you a master plumber. Well, maybe you should get your own plumbing business. Maybe you should start doing plumbing on the side. And maybe you should get some apprentices so you could teach them how to plumb, or teach our sons how to be plumbers, so that now you can work less and we can have people working for us. See, this is the thing. I agree.
Right, but here go.
I agree with everything that you're saying. I agree with every.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. So every man does not have the vision of business, and every man cannot run a business. That is the reason why the world is the way it is now.
Guess what? That's what his woman is here for. Because guess what? I'm a multiplier.
No.
If
every woman every woman does not have financial stability, and they don't have financial stable minds. They're not being taught to have that. They are not being taught to multiply the money.
That may be very true.
You yourself might teach your daughters to multiply money, to save money, to put money in the banks. But those teachings of financial stability are not in every home. The single mothers that are single mothers, they're not teaching their sons and their daughters to multiply the money. They're teaching them.
I'm sorry.
They're teaching them go get the money. How by any means. They're not teaching them, okay, go get the money by any means, but go invest in this. Go get the money by any means.
I think that if you're talking about a woman, right, who is with a man, I feel like most women by nature, we are creators. So we're going to create. Like it's not in our nature. She might not know what to do financially, right? So, but she might have the vision, because that's why she's going to want to create. So for instance, hey, you a plumber. I see these other guys over here, they plumbers too, but you can do what your boss is doing, and you could be a plumber too. Now, she might not know all the financial outs, but she might have the idea, because most visionary people don't have it. They don't. They just, entrepreneurs, what makes an entrepreneur is great is that they just know how to get the people around them to get them to do the stuff that they need to do. So all I'm saying is, I get where you're going. I get where you're going and where you're coming from. But that's why you got to find your person. You got to find your tribe, and you got to find the person that's going to bring out the best in you, because I promise you, you get the right person that you're supposed to be with, all that other stuff is going to figure itself out.
Mhm.
The problem is we pick the wrong people. We pick people that are not on our, that don't push us to think outside the box and be better. Like we pick people that a lot of times we can control, a lot of times that we can have authority or power over, so they less than us. We don't pick equals or people who are going to challenge us to be the best version of ourselves. And that's like off the board. That's how you know you're with the right person, because the right person is going to always challenge you to be the better version of who you are.
Yeah,
But I agree with you 100%. That was a great comment.
that's just like me being a DJ. It's just like me.
But thank you so much. We got some more people coming in. I appreciate you.
Gotcha.
Mr. Bucks. All right. Thank you.
All right, see y'all in a minute.
All right.
right.
Go ahead. Say what you were going to say.
Oh, that's just like me taking a young man or a young lady under my wing to become a DJ.
Mhm.
Take him. Hey, I want you to maybe start him as someone bring my equipment in, show him how
Mhm.
everything comes together. How do I work my mixer? Show him how the speaker works, how I talk to people when I'm addressing people. So you can taking people kind of reinventing
Mhm.
myself using another person.
Absolutely.
You got to
That's
reinvent
what-
yourself. I
That's
think
what we
that's the
do.
key.
We gotta spread it.
Mhm.
It's about creating the next generation, giving them the tools
necessary
to
make-
recreate yourself.
And-
That's legacy.
and to be successful. We
Yeah.
got to set people up to be successful. That's the
Yes.
key.
Alinda, call back in, Alinda. LBE, call back in. We were on another call, so we missed your call, but the phone lines are open. You can call in 216-245-3380. We're waiting for you.
Waiting for you.
Yeah. So I definitely agree with Mr. Brooks was saying. I understand where he was coming from. He's right. But I feel like it's about finding the right partner. I'm not about to waste my time with somebody who don't have. You got to find the people that have your same vision that are making you be the best possible version of yourself. A lot of times we waste a lot of time. Oh, somebody I think beat you to it. Hold on. You got somebody calling in?
To accept,
Juicy Talk. What's your name, age, and where you calling from?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, welcome to Juicy Talk. What's your name, age, and where are you calling from?
Well, this is Greg calling from Cleveland area.
Okay, and how old are you, Greg? Greg?
Greg, are you there?
Greg,
How old are you?
and I'm 68.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you
Greg.
for calling in, Greg.
Greg, the one I did you
I'm
waiting for?
68. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. If you got us in the background, you might want to turn us down because we
Yeah.
might be echoing.
Greg, you're the one I did the wedding for, right?
Yeah, this is Greg. I called in once before, like a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Greg.
Well, thanks
Welcome
for
to
calling
Juicy
back.
Talk. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I was raised.
I'm sorry. Go
Hey.
ahead.
Okay, I was thinking that culture has a lot to do with what you're saying. I was raised with 6 sisters,
Okay.
and I was raised on how to treat a woman and how to respect her. And like I was raised by my mother as well, but my father was never around. So I learned how to treat a woman from the start. And I know that nowadays with the media, social media, the way it's set up, you get all kinds of influences. And I think that's what causes a lot of dissension in the family, because people don't really know exactly what their values are. So I think if you understand that how a woman's supposed to be treated, as well as how you can respect how she treats you, if you guys are of the same, cut from the same cloth, I think you'll be very successful in the relationship.
I agree. So, what is your take on 50-50?
Say that again.
I said, what is your take on 50-50?
I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, what is your take on 50-50 relationships?
Oh, 50-50 relationships?
Yes.
I think that 50-50 relationships are a possibility, but are they concrete? I don't think so, because there's too many variables to deal with.
Okay.
For
I
example, what would you consider some of the variables that you're referring to?
What variables I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
which one are you referring to?
Oh, well, you got money, you got health, you got outside influences, you got religious beliefs. There's so many different things to consider.
That's very true. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Alrighty.
Greg. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. We appreciate you. Keep
Bye-bye.
watching
Thank you.
and like and
I will.
subscribe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. I'm going to call Linda back.
Call her back.
We're going to call Linda back. We keep missing her call.
Hello?
Hello, Linda. We kept missing your
Oh,
call.
hey.
So we
Hey.
brought you
Hey.
back in.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
I
So,
just left a message. I'm sorry. I'm Melinda. I'm 62
Okay.
from Cleveland, but living in Philadelphia right now.
okay.
What's up?
All right. So let's talk about it. What?
So I do agree with you, Juicy. I don't feel like a relationship will ever be 50-50. Um, I think I shared previously that I was married for 15 years, right? And he was the provider. But then once I started wanting my vision to put it into motion and give it legs and everything, something shifted with him.
Mm,
And he saw my success
mm,
and it enraged him.
mm,
Wow.
And he became really, really upset. He would say demeaning things to make me feel like, wow, did I make a
Wow.
mistake or whatever? But
Wow.
sometimes, you're right. A woman is the one that will produce. She will help push because I was the one that helped to push him with his vision. But when it came time, and I was with this person for 15 years,
mm.
but when it came time for my vision to come to fruition, it became a problem.
Do you have any idea why that might have been?
Yeah, jealous,
Mm.
jealousy,
Mm.
because he saw that I would be more successful than him.
But
And seeing all this time, I'm thinking this man was supposed to protect, provide, and love me. When all actuality, he just wanted to keep me
Dependent.
in control. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think that happens a
Exactly.
lot. I think that it's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times where men don't like change. Like they
They
like
don't.
they feel like it's a sense of safety and security for them if they're with a woman who doesn't have the financial means to live
Mm-hmm.
like she would live if she was with him.
Right.
And like she can't live with like that without him. And
I
then
don't agree with
if
that.
she
All men
no,
don't think like
I'm not, I didn't say all. I says I think some men have this
that's not a
vision.
real man to me.
That may be very well true.
That's not a real
So
man
maybe
to
I
me.
should say males.
Yeah, that's not a real
Some
man.
males,
But
some males, they really don't like the idea of their woman being in a position of being able to live without them because they like the idea of her being dependent. That makes
Correct.
them feel safe and
but
Mm-hmm.
secure. Like she can't go nowhere because she can't
Right.
live this type of lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
without me. So if she's doing
Exactly.
anything to be on that level where she can live independently, which is why we have so
Exactly.
many men that sometimes are threatened by the fact that women make good money and financially are
I,
well off. Now men complain about that because y'all got money, y'all think y'all better.
but that's
Right.
but here's the thing.
Exactly.
But here's the thing with that. As long as a woman doesn't change her attitude, that now that she's made, I don't want to say she made it, but That's another term I want to use. As long as her attitude hasn't changed, she's still that humble person that he married, and still like, hey, we're together. Because sometimes people, I'm say people, sometimes people change when they see themselves make it. I'm sure there's men who, okay, now I made it. I'm done with you. I want a divorce.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Right.
So
Mhm.
if people, if they stay in their lane and stay, hey, you know what? You've been with me since day one, and I appreciate it. And we're going to succeed. We're going to see this out together. As
But
long as people don't change.
sometimes I
Did,
think
did you change though? Let me ask you this: did you change once your vision came?
No, actually, it made me work harder. It made me ensure that the house was clean, that the children were good.
Okay.
It made me work
Did you-
harder, right?
Did you
I didn't miss a beat.
did you neglect him as a wife?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
I think sometimes it's not even that. I just think that sometimes, so, and I'm not saying all men, but I think it's some men that just don't like that dynamic of it's a
Right.
power thing, it's an
Yeah.
ego thing.
Exactly.
I'm
Yep.
not saying that that's always the case. Sometimes, I
I don't
mean,
know
we
if they
see it all the
violate.
time when men change, when they, and women change, like they start doing
Right.
financially better and they like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I can upgrade now. Men do it quite
Right.
often. It was a
Mm-hmm.
whole thing where men was leaving their first wife. You done got fat. You ain't the same for the secretary,
Right.
and different
Yep.
things like that.
I
This
mean,
is
that's another.
it was happening though.
Yeah,
It was happening a lot
Yep.
at one
That's true.
particular time.
But when you have relationships at the job, that's probably because he's spending more time at the job. He's spending at home. He looks at the secretary as as
That may very well be true.
Yeah.
And she younger, sexier, more,
One
in tune to what's going on in his life because the wife don't. She at home doing soccer practice and
Exactly.
so she
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't know what's going
Right.
on. You know what I'm saying? She don't have a clue of what's happening.
Exactly.
So I think that happens a lot of times, where the
Mm-hmm.
woman might not she may not really know what's going on. She may not. So I think that
Yep.
it happens quite often where and I can even understand why it may happen. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like when do you just think about the what it say? I think it's something in the Bible that say take care of the wife of your youth. Men take care of the wife of your youth because she was the one who done gave up her best years to
Yep.
raise your family, to make sure everything was cool, and do what she needed to do for you and the family, and that's disregarded and overlooked a lot of times because she's not the same. She don't, she didn't have babies.
So
She's not in the same package
so
no
let,
more.
let me ask you this. So
Right.
when you initially presented your vision to your husband, what was his take on that?
Well, in the beginning, he seemed to be very supportive, right?
Okay. All right.
I think he was supportive because he felt that it would fail.
Okay.
So
Wow.
therefore, he would give
Mm,
me that. He would be encouraging and supportive, but at the little whim that of a failure, it,
mm,
it, it brought him joy.
mm,
It brought him joy
mm.
to see that failure, and then he would make these really really terrible comments to say, I don't know why you're wasting time, you're just wasting money, and why don't you put yourself on a more intelligent level. All those things were just to degrade and belittle
So
me,
let me just
to
say,
discourage me.
so what's the age difference between you and your husband? I'm just kind of curious.
Oh, I was a year older.
Oh, wow.
I was a
Mm.
year older. But the thing of it is that I gave up myself to ensure that his vision came to fruition. But then when my son got older and I was able to put my vision in motion,
Gotcha.
it became a problem.
Oh, I mean, I think that that was very common, and
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying. In your generation or whatever, I know that was very
Right.
common. I
Yeah.
I would say that my mom, didn't have quite the same experience, but I know that, You know, she had a similar experience. You know, my dad was used to my mom being a stay-at-home mom.
Mm-hmm.
So when she had the desire to go back to school after her kids was grown and she had the desire to, you know, go out in the workplace, he did not like it. He was
Right.
like so opposed to it because he wanted his dinner on time. You
Right.
know?
After working all day.
Woman, I want my
Yeah,
After
dinner.
working all
exactly.
day. After
He
working all
worked
day.
so much he wasn't even there to. We was old enough to cook. I mean, all that stuff was taken care of still because she still cooked.
Yep.
She still kept the house clean. I mean, we kept the house clean. We were teenagers at this time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and we, as her kids, we wanted to see her live for herself now because
Right.
we got, you know, we older now. We don't want to hang out with our mom. So she at
Right.
home by herself, you know, twiddling her thumbs, cleaning up. And we like, oh, mom, I'm not eating dinner tonight. I'm going to the library. Oh, mom,
Yeah.
I got this today. I'm
I
not.
get
So
that.
she by herself. And so she wanted to find something. He's at work all the time, you know, so she
Right.
wanted to
Mm-hmm.
find something for herself that was hers, her
For
own.
herself, right. I get
Yeah.
it.
And I
get it.
think that for him, it was like, you're moving away and moving apart. You're changing. And I don't
You're
know if
right.
I like this change because this
And you know what?
change is causing me, it's unfamiliar. And a lot of, you know, they go by the experiences of people that they know. My wife,
Yep.
she got a job and she started messing with the dude, you know, like it's just all these
Exactly.
other things that come into play
Mm-hmm.
that people talk themselves into failures of
And to
situations.
believe in.
Yeah.
So I'll share this and I'm going to jump off.
Okay.
But when you said that, it brought a memory up. I remember when computers first came out,
Mm.
and my mother wanted to get a computer.
Mhm.
She got it. But when we helped her put the computer together, my father became enraged.
Mm.
And we were like, why are you so upset? I don't know why your mom's spending her time on that thing. The
They-
reason why he was upset is because that thing would take her away from him
Mhm.
Yeah.
and not give him what he was used to getting,
How
the
selfish
attention.
is that though?
You know what I'm saying?
How
Right.
selfish is
So
Now you're being
it's like,
sarcastic.
that? No,
well,
I'm so
sometimes,
serious.
Oh,
How
okay.
selfish
no,
is that?
Okay.
no, but
That's
that really is
selfish.
because it's like when I won't say as women, I would say men too, when we want to do things to change and bring ourselves up to date with things, or, I mean, in a relationship or a marriage, and the other person becomes jealous, to me, that's a huge insecurity. Huge
But,
insecurity.
but you got
And it's sort of like, okay, well, Dad, you can't expect to stay in the time frame that you're in. I'm sorry, the mindset that you're in. You got to come up with the times. But he was so afraid that that one thing was going to pull my mother from him.
because
A
that's all he
computer.
has. That's all he
Yeah.
just had.
It's
That's all
it's
he
just
had.
That's
it's I
true.
mean
Right. That's all he had was
I
his
mean,
wife.
I get
You
it,
know what I'm
but
saying?
it's like she done sacrificed her whole entire life. Thank you so
That was a
much,
good
Alinda.
call.
I
Yes.
appreciate you
That
for
was a good
calling.
call.
Okay, you guys have
I
a good night.
appreciate it. You
Thank
too.
you so much
Okay.
for calling.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, I mean, I dig it, but I
But
just
you know,
feel
back in the day, man, that's all they had was their
Mm-mm.
wives. You know,
I mean,
they
even
didn't
if
have like computers.
come
They,
on now.
they,
I'm here.
I get it, but I'm saying they
I'm
didn't have
here.
like
He probably was like, "Oh, get over there, woman, and watch Dateline with me, woman.
right. That's
Do what I say,
but
woman."
that's because he wanted that security, that she was buying him.
But she not a security blanket. She done sacrificed her whole entire life.
Okay, now it's
All the
their time.
kids.
Now it's their time to spend their time.
She done sacrificed
And I
all of
get
this.
that, but now it's their
30
time.
minutes on a computer.
Listen, what I'm saying to you now is their time to come together. You didn't raise the kids. We didn't raise the kids together. We didn't put them off to school. We gave them a good foundation. We have given them great vision. So it's our time to enjoy each other.
I think that a lot of times when it comes to stay-at-home moms, men don't realize like you go to work, you got work friends, you get to vent to them, you have these
See,
other
that's what the
relations.
problem is.
Listen, you have
That's the
other
problem.
no, it's not. Listen, this is what they need to realize. You have other relationships that have helped you grow, help you be a better person, help you see life in different ways. You have different
Get yourself a
stimulants,
dog.
different
Get a pet.
no, you got different stimulants that help you see things differently. All right, we got one more caller.
To accept, press 1.
Welcome to Juicy Talk. State your name, age, and where you calling from.
Delta Roots, 37, New Orleans.
What's up, Mr.
Hey,
Roots?
Nolan.
What's up, my
Was you
man?
playing in the
What's going
snow?
on?
Happy
Was
New
you
Year.
playing in the
Yeah, we
snow?
had fun in the snow. It's gone now.
Welcome.
We're not used to that Ohio weather.
Man, stop it.
Mm-mm. So I know it.
What's going on, sir?
What's
Yeah.
going on?
For the, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear you.
very well.
Yeah, for the topic, it's the subject was should a man go or should a what is it, man or woman go 50-50 on the
It's-
bills?
What is a 50?
So
Yeah, that was to get you to watch.
yeah, I mean overall, I don't, that like 50-50 doesn't exist. Two people who care about each other, they gonna work hard to make things happen for each other. Naturally, it's in a man's nature to provide. He wants to provide.
Exactly.
Whether he can or not, it's just within his nature. He wants to.
I agree.
That's my security. 'Cause I don't want my woman to be struggling and stressed out. I want her to be relieved. So she can, take care of the home or whatnot. See, she won't. That's my job to find out how this gonna get paid or not. So that's my thought on it.
So you're saying that you don't want your woman to work like all hard like that because it's going to change the way that it's taking the time away from. You don't want her to have to worry about all that stuff. You want her to be able to focus on the family, the kids, and the household, and you.
Yeah, like I'll give you a prime example. Like when I was with let's say my child's mom, okay, 2 years ago, and I was working and she had our son, and so I doing ride share. That was my supplemental income, and that I was making a lot of money, like $300, $400 a night, because this time we got Mardi Gras and stuff like this. So she didn't want me out, but I ain't want her, she ain't work, so I was like, I'm looking at being the provider.
Right.
But a lot of times when you provide, you might not have the time to spend the time, and so that's the issue. She wanted quality time and all that, but I felt like it was just either or. It was like it didn't work out because when a man want to provide and he want you to be a stay-home mom or whatever, you don't want that because you feel like you being under control. And I think that's the easiest thing, especially if a man make over $500,000. If a man he makes the money where you could be a stay-home wife, I think that's the easiest thing for a woman. But then believe it or not, a lot of sisters don't want to be stay-home wives. A lot of they want to have their own independence and have their own jobs and careers. But they still want the man to be the provider. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
So
I do. I think that. So let me ask you this question, because you were the sole provider, right? And she felt like you weren't spending enough time. Do you feel like that was a little selfish on her part? Like, I'm providing this good life for you.
I thought it was selfish.
Yeah.
But see,
I thought that was.
I think that's selfish too. Like you can't. I feel like to a certain extent you can't have it both ways.
Because she benefited from you.
Yeah,
all this extra work. She benefited.
She did benefit from it, but I understand. Like, see, I think that sometimes we think that what a woman like, because I'll say it like this: my mom was a stay-at-home mom, right? And because she was a stay-at-home mom, my dad worked more, so he wasn't in the house more. And I think that my mom would have probably been happier with less and more of him. And I think that sometimes, like, it is a balance, but I think that sometimes that happens where a woman like, listen, I'll forfeit getting my hair done. I'll forfeit getting my nails done for you to or cut down on the internet bill or whatever, maybe just have one car in order to have more time with my husband or my mate.
Yeah. And as for the last caller, with her situation, and I can tell you, like, with my parents, I grew up in a two-parent household, and they in the same age as she is. My dad, he like 65, my mom 62. So with my mom, she don't believe. Now she don't want me and my brother. We are traditional men, but she don't believe in us just taking care of a woman 100%. Because my mother, she has a doctorate degree. So in her case, my dad was a blue collar worker. So when he was in his 20s, he was making like 25, 26 hours back in the early 90s.
That's good.
You know, the cost of living was totally different in Mississippi. So she was like an LPN. So, but one thing about my mom, she said my dad was very supportive of her. And a lot of men are not, because she told me a lot of her friends who was going to school for nursing, a lot of men get jealous. So eventually, my mother, of course, later on in life, made more money, and she was able to retire because she got a bachelor's, her master's, and then she got a doctorate degree. You know, so sometimes in life, in the beginning, the man might have more, then the woman might have a little bit more, or it might be opposite. So when you marry, it's about team, it's about love, it's about partnership.
Absolutely.
So I was blessed I'm blessed to have two parents who I've seen it work, but it's hard to try to emulate that in today's society when you're dating different people. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have that same mindset as my parents. So, to try to replicate that it can be challenging if that makes sense.
No, I do. But I will say that in my experience, being a person who is from down south, family from down south, the men, that's a whole nother show, are night and day.
Yeah.
When it comes to
Same thing with women here in Cleveland.
down
It's
south
night and day.
men.
Southern
Well,
women-
I'm gonna say this: down
Southern
south
women.
men love them a northern woman.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I will, but I will say that the men are different. Like the way that they provide, the way that they support, the way that they don't have the same hangups like about hierarchy. Because I've watched like all my uncles and my family members that live down south, them men cook. They wives don't be cooking when they have barbecues or get-togethers and family functions. It's the men in my family that's cooking. Matter of fact, like my my cousin Booby. Shout out to my cousin Booby. His wife, I know she could cook like a mug, but it's my cousin who be cooking all the food. I prepared all this. We did this, smoked turkey necks and all of that stuff. It's the men in the family that be cooking, And so I just think that it's such a different mindset. They always be the one in the kitchen cooking when it's a big family event. They prepare, they setting up tents, they breaking down stuff, they bringing out the smokers. Like even at my family reunion, it was not nan woman cooking. Not no one. It was all the men in my family were cooking. They were frying fish. They was out there smoking the meat, cooking ribs. They was cooking at 5 a.m. in the smokers. There was no woman nowhere. You know where the women were at? They were laughing, joking, inside, entertaining, making sure the kids was good, making plates, maybe making sure the drinks and cold drinks and stuff. But it's a different dynamic. Down here, the women doing all of that.
Yeah, we do boils and
like that.
grill.
Women ain't working on grills in Cleveland.
No. What I'm saying, I have my women friends and me included. I be out here grilling. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. On the holidays, it's me cooking and grilling. You know it. Thanksgiving, who was cooking? You know it. The women. So all I'm saying is, and it's okay. But I'm just saying, like, it's a difference in the dynamic and how men flow and the women flow when it comes to down south. It just is.
Well, the man is supposed to go out and hunt, and the woman's supposed to cook. It's always been that way.
Down south, it ain't like that. But thank you so much. I appreciate your call. It's always a pleasure. I can't wait to see you in person and meet you in person on the cruise.
Yep, I'll be down there.
All right.
All right, my
Take care.
Great call, man.
Peace. All right. So I got one more clip I need to play. And I'm going to play it for you. Watch this.
I don't think a woman should ever marry a man that does not have a mind to 100% provide for her. If you sit down and you have a conversation with a man as a woman and he's sitting there, he's bringing up 50-50, I want you to come up with 50, I'm gonna come up with, he's not a masculine man. If I were a woman, I would dismiss any man that came up with a conversation about 50-50 because he's lacking somewhere in terms of his masculinity.
That is not true.
That is
not
nah.
true.
I do agree with that.
No,
Man,
it's
if
not-
he not bringing 100% of himself
He's not
to
lacking
the
no
table, he is lacking in some
not.
area of the life. If he's not willing to bring 100% of himself, if it's not in his mindset, he didn't say that he had to do it. He said, or that it was required for him to do it. He said, if his
I like to ask somebody that
mindset,
he's dating.
he married 30 plus years. Say something.
Whatever.
Say something. Clock it. Yes. Clock it. Clock it. Flat out. Yes. Clock that T.
Whatever.
For sure. That's all I'm saying. Men from the South, they don't play. They gonna protect, provide, cook, clean. They do it all. Man, when I tell you what,
what you saying?
I want to, man, listen. All the Southern brothers out there who want y'all in Northern Girl, please, Juicy,
Oh,
JUCTAAK at
God,
gmail.com.
are you serious right
That's
now?
all I'm saying.
Oh,
Man, how you doing? How you doing? Let me tell you, Southern brothers, I'd say, give me a Southern dude all day because they do something different, man. Like Northern guys could really take especially a man from Mississippi.
we can say the same thing about.
Give me a
can say
David Banner, baby. Man, hey, where y'all at, women? Where y'all at, ladies? David Banner? Where you at, Chaz? I know you agree with me.
What's that? She gonna call in?
Oh.
What's the name? It's Essence.
Asante L, most women love being provided for instead of actually loving that man. Listen, I just think that women love where they feel safe. If a man make you feel safe and secure, I just feel like that's where you gonna be. That's where you want to be. Like if he doing that for you, man, you ain't going nowhere. You all in. You like, baby. You eat, sleeping. Baby, you eat, sleep, and drink him. You like, where you at? You cannot get enough. And that's the most beautiful thing ever is to have that with somebody, you know? I love, man, and I'm telling you, it is a difference. Like, I would say, everybody I done dated been from the South, though. I mean, I'm just being real. I have not had no man really that was from up north. Like either they was raised, their family is all down south, so they came here and they have all down south values, or they like really connected with their family. But Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, stand up. That's all I said. Stand up.
We can say the same thing about the women in Alabama too. Atlanta, I think they have those kind of traditional of providing.
Atlanta's like a melting pot of all women from everywhere.
Well, I think they still have traditional of being knowing their roles as a wife or a girlfriend. So
Clock it.
I don't clock it.
Clock it.
It's something new or something?
Yeah, that's a new thing. All the little young people be saying. Yeah. I know, baby. I knew you would. I knew you would. Honey, I know you agree, okay? Yes, if I feel safe, I thrive in all my femininity, okay? And all of that. You getting it all, baby. You getting it all. Yes. You know what it is, Frida. Hey!
Calm down.
I agree, especially when he's willing to go over and beyond. Yes, especially that cooking. Yes, nothing like a man who can cook. Baby, clock it.
I can't cook, so I'm out the mix. I'm out the mix.
Womp womp womp.
We ain't no womp womp here.
Hey, you can take her out to dinner, but I'm
Right.
just saying,
I take
I
her
read,
out.
hey, there's something about a down south brother. Ooh, ooh.
I'm ready to go to a commercial.
Ooh.
Nah, I'm just teasing.
Nah, it's just something about him. Yes. What she say, Chaz? Mine is from Brooklyn. He hardcore. No 50-50. He act like I'm cursing at him, baby. Now I'm gonna tell you, New York man is like that too. Shout out to my brother Hassan. Like, that's him all day. I'm telling you, man. They don't make him. Now, Brooklyn, he was from Brooklyn too, man. They a different breed, baby. They don't play. That's what I'm saying. Y'all better get with it. Nah. Yes. She said, don't be like that, Julius.
Oh, my bad.
I'm just saying, baby. Ain't nothing like it. Ooh, ooh. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
I know, right?
I got excited. I got to get myself back
I know,
together.
right?
Ooh.
Get yourself together. Doing the show.
Yeah.
Do all this dancing.
Yes, clock it. Yes. So this was a great show.
I'm glad to see you smiling. I love when you smile.
Thank you.
when you
That's so
smile.
sweet. You're such a great co-host.
Thank you.
I love you. A man can go over and beyond 1 minute and get cussed out the next. Yeah, baby, Frida. Oh, get cussed out the next over an old misunderstanding that happened years ago.
Amen. Thank you. That is true.
I don't know.
That is so true.
What you do? It depends on what you did. What you did, Asante. Frida, that's what I'm saying, baby. I
say?
know. I need to go
I think I'm in the wrong
where
city.
everybody knows my name.
That's cheers,
and
right?
they're always glad you came.
Oh my God.
Road trip, Hexia, Frida.
Take me to a commercial, please.
Frida, it's going down. Just be on the boat. Yes, it's gonna be too much fun. I'm excited. We're gonna have an amazing time. Road trip, Frida. I'm down if you down. Yes, but back to the show. I'm sorry. I got giddy for a minute.
A little.
I got excited. Okay, I'm back. Juicy's back now. Nah, but for real. What's your take? What's your final take?
My final take is that, you know.
You want to be from down south?
Nah, I don't be from
Clock it.
I'm not clocking nothing.
I'm just kidding. Okay. What's your final take?
My final take is, you know, everything. I see this all the time. I can't stop saying this, but it's all about communication. If you need a break from the kids, hey baby, I need a break. You know, I don't understand, and I'm not pointing anything out, but I don't know how somebody could be not help their significant other, seeing the kids running around, she's trying to cook and watching TV. I don't understand that. There's a point you got to be like, man, if you don't sit your ass down, you know, kids ripping and running. If you don't sit your little ass down, don't you got some homework to do? But
Sports Center be having me in the chokehold.
I know, I was like,
Stephen A. Smith, it's his fault.
right. But you know,
what's that other one that everybody be watching? They come on right after work. 60 something. In 60 seconds. I don't know.
I don't watch a lot of TV, but I'm about helping my mate. This is who I am.
Yeah.
If I see a need, I'm helping. So that's my take. That's my take on helping. I'm a role player. I feel like if something becomes overbearing for someone, you need to step in and just help them. Sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone and help each other. And so and I'm not from the South. I'm here from the North. And I I welcome the challenge of helping my spouse and seeing her vision. I can't get mad, but again, I sometimes, like, and I said this before, sometimes people see their vision, they forget their partner, and that's where I think that's where the problem
Yeah.
comes in. That they have a vision, they forget about that partner, and they forget that person was there when they didn't have that vision,
That's true.
and it just messes things up.
Should we split the bills 50-50?
Let me get back with you on that.
Can you pay them bills? Can you pay the telephone bill? So, my take and all my juiciness. No, my take on it is that you got to be 100%. You got to bring 100% to the table. You got to be all in. We don't live in a world, in a society that where we can afford to be divided. I feel like men and women alike, we need each other.
Absolutely.
We have to learn and figure out a way to make it work through whatever and no matter what. Like, if you're giving 100% of yourself and I'm trying to do my best to please you, and then you in turn are doing your best to please me, and that's your objective. When you're in a relationship and you love somebody, your objective should be, how can I love you better? How can I make your life easier? And if you get a mate and y'all are vice versa, doing that for one another, then there is no lack nowhere. Because every time he sees that you need something, because his objective is to make sure that he's loving you properly and giving you everything you need, you're going to have it. You're never going to lack. And if she has the same mentality, you're never going to lack, and you're never going to be shorted anywhere. And the kids are going to be happy. Your household is going to be peaceful. So I think that we get so caught up in equality. I want to make sure she's giving as much as I'm giving, or he's giving as much as I'm giving. It'll never happen. We got to get to a mindset of togetherness, wholeness, oneness. Let's be a whole family.
Right.
Let's you can't do anything partially. 50-50 means that you're not giving your all. That means that there's something left on the table. There's something left to give. You holding back in some area where this other person is not getting what they need. You're not giving all of yourself. You're not completely committed. You're not all in. And that's where it comes. That's where it matters, and that's where it counts. You got to be all in. You got to be 100. I'm giving my all. When I find my next, I'm going to just say, my next relationship, he's going to have 110% of me. 100%. It ain't going to be no half stepping. Yeah, she said, Ariana said, yes, I agree. Communicate. Help me, please, nigga.
That's what I'm talking about.
Help me, nigga. I need it.
That's so important. It's
a good show. I had Kimora listening, so we were talking to one another. She said hi from New York City to Juicy. Hey, my baby Kimora. Yes, that's my girl, the eyelash queen. She do eyelash extensions. She's been doing them since she was younger. Her mom started her off on being an entrepreneur. She has her own YouTube channel that be clocking, doing numbers. Yes, Kimora. What's the name of her podcast that she does? So we can send her some followers. Yes, Chastity. Hey, Delta. Yes. We just got to give 100% of who we are to the people that we love. I'm giving 100%. Like I said, my next relationship, honey, we gonna be out doing each other. How can I make you happier, baby? No, how can I make you happier? No, how can I make you happier? That's how I want to live. And then we gonna travel all over the world doing it.
I know, right?
He'll have my undivided attention.
I know.
Because that's what I want.
Had those clothes off too.
What you say?
Had those clothes off too.
Clock it.
I know. When you're done, you do right. You get those clothes off right.
Baby, and mow and mow and mow and mow.
I know,
but
right?
But this ain't Juicy After Dark. So,
oh, my bad.
Yeah.
That's a show for.
That's a whole nother show.
Oh, Juicy
Ooh,
after
you
dark.
almost made me choke. Let me.
Okay.
Mm.
All right now.
Yeah. Speaking it into existence.
Okay.
Yes, but like when you really with somebody that you rocking with, you give your 100%. It's all about, do I really love this person? Do I really love them? Do I really love them? 100%. Because when you love somebody and you feel safe, you ain't going nowhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Eric? Happy belated birthday, Eric.
Okay. Okay. Yes. 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 So we deserve the best. No settling. Absolutely not.
Absolutely. I don't think
Yes.
nobody should settle.
Nobody
No
should
should
settle. You
nobody.
should be happy. You should have what you need and what you want.
Find your
tribe.
You tried.
Yes. Hey, Eric. Thank you so much for tuning
Yeah,
in.
Eric.
If you came in late and you didn't get to watch the whole thing, please go back, like and subscribe, support your girl. If you enjoy this content on here and everything that you've been listening to, and you've been following us for a while, and you haven't went and hit that subscribe button,
Hit
please
it
do.
now.
We need that. Yes, and we appreciate everything. Thank you for everybody that donates to Juicy Talk to help
Tell
us
somebody.
buy new mics and expand ourselves and grow as a podcast. We truly, truly,
We do.
truly appreciate you, and we thank you for your support. We love y'all so much for it.
We do.
We do.
Do
And
that.
we can.
If I can't do that.
Yeah, you can do. You
Nah,
can do
I'll
this.
do
You
that.
can do
Okay, I'll
this.
do that. Okay.
I'll
All
do
right.
this.
Okay, there we go.
So we thank you so much for
All right,
being a
y'all.
part of our podcast.
See y'all next
and
Thursday,
showing
right?
us
Next
love.
Thursday, 8
And
o'clock.
we'll be here next
8
Thursday.
o'clock. Tell a
I'm
friend.
glad y'all tell a friend, y'all. If y'all like this podcast, please share it with somebody. This is Cleveland's own, baby. We doing it.
Ain't
We
nothing
doing it
like
how
it.
we
It ain't
doing
nothing
it.
like this
And guess what?
podcast.
Ain't nothing like this. And guess what? We be having some real conversations.
I
And
know.
we be keeping it real with y'all.
I know. I do.
Y'all know we do. And y'all know I'm a little extra.
Yeah, I ain't
But
gonna
it's
say
all
that.
right because
At
it's
the end of the day.
okay.
At the end
At
of
the
the
end
day.
of the day, baby, listen, we going down south. All right.
All righty then.
And we
There
will
you
be
go
in
back on that
Florida.
South. Okay.
We will be in Florida, okay, in Orlando, partying it up. And I can't wait to see all y'all
know,
there.
right?
Don't forget,
August.
January 31st.
Oh, okay.
Please make sure you get your early bird, deposit down for the cruise so you can be a part of it, so you can come hang out with your girl Juicy and my homeboy and my coach Juice, and we're gonna have a really good time kicking it and having a great time together. We gonna party, y'all, the day before. We coming in Wednesday. We coming early on Wednesday.
One day early.
Yeah, we gonna get there a day early. We gonna come in there. We gonna be waiting for y'all to get off y'all to arrive at the hotel. We got a hotel package. It's at the Holiday Inn Orlando International Airport.
Correct.
Yes. And so y'all make sure y'all tell them Juicy. It's under Juicy Talk group. And make sure, so you gonna book your rooms. It's like a really good rate. Like
$50. It takes you from the
no, I'm talking about the $50 for the transportation.
Right.
But I think the room is like, I'm not sure. I gotta
confirm it.
confirm it, but I think it's like 100. It's not more than 100 and something dollars. Like it's not more, it's less than $150. It's like way less than that. So we're all gonna be there. We're gonna be at the same hotel. We're gonna have a party, y'all. It's gonna be a whole party. We're gonna have drinks. So we gonna kick it before we even get on the boat. We're gonna start off. We're gonna have definitely a really nice meet and greet. We're gonna have some music playing. It's gonna be a whole party, y'all. So I can't wait to see y'all there. We're gonna have a great time. I enjoy y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you for every person who stayed with us the whole time. We appreciate you. Every caller. Y'all know we love y'all.
Peace.
Peace.